What's up, people? I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday season. Mine was pretty great, other than the increase to the waistline, which always happens this time of year. If you were good boys and girls, maybe Spinner Claus brought you something special. I must have been really good because I was able to get my hands on a mini stainless steel Thraxx with trit slots. As always, the packaging impressed with its premium cardboard box. And inside you can see the mini is secured in some custom foam. For me, Thraxx Edc has always been one of the premier spinner makers, with their stuff made right here in the US. The design, machining, and comfort of their line is top-notch, and this mini is no exception. Everyone knows that I prefer tri-spinners, but a bar spinner that is done right, like this mini, can easily find its way into my heart. In fact, this one has edged out the Stubby as my favorite bar spinner. This particular mini Thraxx is made from 303 stainless steel, and it's the version with tritium slots. Normally I'd prefer design without those slots, but I'll get into why I really like them on this design in a few. The classic Thraxx buttons match the edge of the body perfectly, with a nice concave shape and of course those pill cuts surrounding the buttons. There's also a nice chamfer around the edge for comfort, which is extremely important for buttons that reach the edge of the body. Underneath you can see the R188 bearing, and I didn't notice any glue when swapping bearings, so I believe it is a true press fit. That means the machining on this is very well done, which I figured would be the case. You can also see the branding and serial engraving that gets hidden by the buttons. Perfect choice. Given the quality of the mini Thraxx, I assumed it would pass the balance test, and it certainly did. That test is just where I pick it up to see if it starts spinning on its own, which would indicate a slight imbalance. That's important because an imbalanced spinner will have a lot more feedback in the spin, which I don't really care for, so nice work with this one. As I've said, I prefer tri-spinners, so for me to embrace a bar style, it has to have certain specs that I call deuce-deuce. That's 2 inches or less and 2 ounces or less, and the mini Thraxx hits those notes right on the money. The body of the mini is in the bow tie style, and it's easily the best in class for me. It has through cuts on each side that create separation with the arms, and not only looks neat, but helps keep the mass distribution focused outward. It has the classic raised weights, but instead of the Wi-Fi through cuts like other Thraxx models, it's solid. This version has the tritium slots, but even though I won't be mounting any in there, I do prefer the look of them. Those cuts match the pill cuts on the buttons and breaks up the flats, which I think looks awesome. The raised area has a large chamfer that flows through to a smaller chamfer below for excellent comfort. Also for comfort, the mini has a bridge along both waists to help finger slide when flicking. Let me tell you, they are real and they are spectacular. Fidgeting with the mini Thraxx is pure joy. With its smaller size, you don't get a lot of that judder when shifting the spin. One thing I like to do is give a spinner a nice spin and examine the spin effect. Because the more crisp it looks, like it's a solid mass with no fluctuations, that tells you that the machining is quality and really precise. And with the mini Thraxx here, it's as good as it gets. When fidgeting, I like to test a design with what I call roughhousing. That's where I try to get sloppy and sporadic with my spins to see if anything feels uncomfortable and awkward. And the mini holds up really well and feels great. Overall, the mini Thraxx is the pinnacle of all bar spinners that I've tried. It looks very classy, has precise machining, and feels quite comfortable to fidget with all day. It's the most compact of all Thraxx designs, so it's the most EDC friendly. And even if you are a skinny jeans kind of person, the Thraxx Mini should fit very nicely. You can check this one out along with all the other designs on the website, and that link will be in the description below. If you want to connect with me or over 3,000 other people in my spin fam, check out our Facebook group, The Daily Fidget. We do a lot of good works there, including giveaways and charity drives, so come on over and join us. That will be yet another link in the description. Alright, thank you for watching, and if you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing by clicking the button on the left, and by watching some of the other spinner reviews here on the right. Because without you guys, this doesn't happen.